This is the Donut SMP, and I'm about to show you how you can go from 0 to 100 million in just 4 days' time on this SMP. You're probably thinking, am I going to have to build a farm? Am I going to have to do maybe a bamboo farm, a kelp farm, possibly even a piglin farm to get leather? Or maybe just the lame sea pickle farm? No, you won't have to do any of these things, because farms are more prone to getting griefed. In this method, you won't even have to put yourself at risk. Now, what I mean is physical risk. No, you won't have to do that, but you will have to take some losses in order to invest. And the best way to do that is reselling on the auction house. But you're probably asking, what items should you be reselling? There's tons of ways to go about this, and I'm going to show you each one. Now, let's start with the obvious ones. Your common keys that you can earn every hour that you're on the Donut SMP. No matter what it is you're doing, even if you're just away from key. But there's also another method. You can use the website. And with the website, you can purchase common keys, crate keys of any kind, or even a membership in order to enhance your chances. But what I'm trying to provide for you here is the free-to-play way to do this. And this is going to be the best method for those that don't want to spend money online. Now, getting back into it, the simplest method is to use your common keys. And after going through all the armor and the weapons and tools, the best thing you can resell are the pickaxes. Easily the best thing. They usually go between 35k to 50k when you toss them in the auction house. Depends on what the market's showing and how fast they sell, but normally they are the highest, fastest selling resale item in the auction house easily. Because people need them all the time, especially on the fly. So you can make a real fast, quick 50k in a single selling of one of these pickaxes. The next most obvious method is to put in orders and then take those orders and then resell the items on the auction house. And you're probably thinking, what item would be the best one to do? It's lapis lazuli, because it sells up to 50k for a full stack. And you can get them relatively cheap when you set up an order. Keep in mind that you want to check the rate at which pays the most per item, and then compare what you can invest into that back down into what you need to do. Just keep in mind that you can resell pretty much anything. It just comes down to what you find and what you do with orders and how you invest it. Anything's possible, but there is a better way, an even greater way, and that way is checking the auction house for shulkers of a single item and buying that item at a larger price and then upticking the sale of it by selling it in individual stacks. This is the key to success on the Donut SMP. So let's start with something very simple. Upticking your price. So let's say you buy a shulker of smokers at 2.5 million, and in it is 27 stacks of 64 each of smokers. Now, what should you sell this at? Well, you should take a look at the auction house. See what the prices are rotating between, what's the cheapest to what might be the highest, and then you need to pick a sweet spot in between there and set it to that price. In my case, I chose 150k on all the smokers that I sold. As you can see from what I've been showing you here, this is me selling all the smokers that I did out of the shulkers. And I did at different rates depending on how fast someone else's was selling, and mine could get in there. Remember, the auction house is a place where you're fighting to get your item to sell. So always pay attention. Always pay attention to what's going on in there when you're trying to make sale. We are on the verge of breaking into 100 million. Getting there. Almost there. It took about 4 days and a whole lot of smokers. We did it! We broke 100 million! Yay! We freaking did it! Well, guys, I hope that helps you out. Understand that reselling from the auction house has proven to me to be the most effective method without getting raided or griefed or preventing me from doing anything. So, if you found this video helpful, let me know down below in the comments and toss me a like and a subscribe. Peace.